Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary, and I'm here today a little late, but you know what they say it's better to be late than to never show up with my Love During Lockup recap, season 5, episode 52, or episode 2, Indecent Proposal. If I was going to give this episode a grade, I would give it a solid B. So far, this season, only 2 episodes in, get a solid B plus from me. So let's hop right into this. We got to meet a new couple this episode, Jamaica and Donnie. Jamaica reminds me of someone, but we'll get into that in a second. So let's hop right into this. So first of all, we have Kate, Hunter, and Kaleigh, which automatically invokes memories of Megan, Michael, and Sarah. You guys remember them? The little throuple they had going on. Michael was engaged to Megan, married to Sarah, had her pregnant with one while he was engaged with Megan. And then, it was just a hot mess train express that we all sat there and watched with our popcorn. Well, that's what Kate, Hunter, and Kaleigh immediately invoke. Okay. So Hunter doesn't know what he's going to do. He's in love with two women, Kate and Kaleigh. Kate was the one that signed him up for the Right a Prisoner website in the first place because she couldn't afford to maintain him while he's in prison. So it was her idea to sign him up for this website. And that idea is exploding in her face. She just doesn't realize it yet because, you know, the Hunter has to do work for this money. I doubt all Hunter's doing is just saying hi, bye, what's up, what did you have for dinner today to these women that he's talking to. So he has to put the work in. And apparently he has fallen for Kaleigh. And Kaleigh, she's his soulmate, you know. They have a connection. She wants to go see him in person, even though he promised Kate that no one was visiting him in person. Okay, that none of these women that he was in contact with just for financial purposes were visiting him. But yeah, Kaleigh went to visit him, and Kaleigh says that their connection, just looking into his eyes, she knows that he's the one for her. So he calls, as we saw at the end of episode 1. And she's like, "Hi, baby. How are you today? Guess what? I rearranged my whole schedule to make us pot roast." And she actually has 2 bowls of pot roast like set on the table. Girl, you're setting a place for your man who's in prison. That's all I have to say. So I love the shade of the Love After Lockup producers. They first introduced her as Hunter's other girlfriend. Um, she says this is the most successful relationship she has had. That tells you a lot. Okay, that's all I have to say. That tells you a lot. So before you know it, she is Hunter's fiance. Oh yes, she is, because Hunter proposed to her. Hunter wants to marry her. He wants to spend the rest of his life with her. Did I mention that Kate and Kaleigh are in the same state? They're only 10 miles away. At least when Michael tried to do his dirty deed, he had his woman in different states. No, Hunter is so brazen, they're only 10 miles away. So Kaleigh is a hairdresser, and, she's with her bestie in the salon, and they're talking about, Hunter. And she mentions to her bestie that she's now Hunter's fiance. And this is the look that her bestie gives her. And then he's like, "Oh, congratulations. I'm so happy for you." Now, a Hunter, he admits that he needs to figure out what the fuck to do, and real quick, because he can't go home to 2 women. Okay. He wishes he could, but he can't. And He needs to figure out what he's doing. Is it going to be Kate or is it going to be Kaleigh? Are we going to have another Ty Hottie Boston confrontation? Is one of them going to be jumping over the table and beating the shit out of the other? We shall see. But all I know is this is a hot mess express forming. They WeTV Love During Lockup is advertising this particular storyline as the twist of the season. So we shall see what happens with these fools. But on Instagram, Kate looks like her man came home to her. So check this out. There's some, cute pictures of them kissing and whatever. And then Kate is on vacation now. And it looks like Hunter may not be with her. I'm not quite sure, but she's been posting pictures. It looks like she's in Mexico, and it looks like that Hunter is nowhere to be seen. But we shall see. We shall see. So moving on, we have Savannah and Bradley. Now Savannah, she she's getting a BBL. Okay, she's getting a BBL and Bradley is paying for it. Now, Savannah has suffered from weight issues all her life. And at 21, I believe she said, she got gastric bypass surgery. And she was still uncomfortable in her new body. Okay, even though she lost over 100 pounds, she was still uncomfortable. Her new body felt weird. It didn't, take away all of the insecurities she had. Now, Savannah has a list of cosmetic procedures that she wants to do, and a BBL is on the list, but it's not like high priority on the list because it's expensive. So the fact that Bradley agreed to pay for her BBL, he says, listen, I could afford 250 a month. Try to haggle it. Okay, 250 a month or less. So she goes to the plastic surgeon's office with her mom, and what is this procedure called again? She Okay, it's called a posterior body lift. So basically, they take all of the hanging skin that she still has from her gastric bypass. They take all of that skin and they pull it all the way and they stick it on her booty. And she's like, oh my goodness, this sounds wonderful to me. Sign me up. How much is it? So the office manager comes in and she's like, okay, it's 19,000 for the surgery. And Savannah says, let me crunch the numbers. They crunch the numbers. It comes out to approximately $800 a month. Okay, so she's like, okay, hopefully Bradley will agree to this. Her mother thinks she's fucking insane. Her mother's like, $800 a month? That's like almost rent. $800 a month was more than my car payment. Okay, we paid our car off last year. $800 a month was more than my fucking monthly car payment plus insurance. But she thinks her man, who is currently in prison, has a roofing job for him, waiting for him when he comes out, is going to be automatically able to afford a $800 a month payment for her new butt. So, did I mention that her house has a theater room that you have to basically walk through a closet to get to? Her grandmother was obsessed with the movie Narnia. So apparently their movie room is based on the movie Narnia. You have to walk through a closet and whatever, like, I don't know. And her house could have a dungeon. She's not going to give away her secrets. I'm like, girl. So she's on video call with Bradley and she tells him, that it's going to cost $19,000 to get her BBL. And Bradley's like, what? Like, I can't afford that. He's like, I know that her family has money. So why doesn't her family pay for it? I'm not going to be able to afford that. I need to build up my credit when I get out of prison. Yes, I want Savannah to have a bigger butt, but I can't afford it, so therefore I'm not paying for it. Savannah's all like, ugh, if he doesn't pay for my butt, okay, and he agreed to pay for my butt, what else is he gonna back out of? Like, are you kidding me? Come on, Bradley, give me your social security number so I can sign you up for these payments. Everybody gets approved, don't you know? Don't you know, Bradley? You agreed to pay for her butt. Come on. So, anyway, Bradley and Savannah, we're celebrating the holidays together, okay? And it looks like that they're still together. So, moving on, we have new couple, Jamaica and Donnie. Jamaica, she kind of reminds me of good old Diva Renika, but we'll get into that in a second. So, she saw Donnie on TikTok, okay, and she just fell for him immediately. Sent him a message on JPay. Next thing you know, he was sending her a amicable arrangement from jail, and that's it. She was in love. She is in love with Donnie. She loves him so much that she moved to Ohio so she could visit him more often. Okay. And she is going to introduce her adorable twin boys to Donnie. So her father, by the way, thinks Donnie's in the military. Okay. Um, she sits her boys down. Her boys are so fucking cute. She loves being a boy mom. In the first scene, she's, driving her boys to get school supplies, and one of her sons tell her, Mom, I had a dream that I was driving your car and that I crashed it. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah. And the car blew up and it was on fire and I was inside. And I'm like, okay, is that a sign that you're trying to tell your mama not to drive you to go meet Donnie in prison? I don't know. So she sits down and she has told the boys that Donnie has been at work on a boat. Okay. So she sits down and she explains to the boys that Donnie's in prison. And she's like, how does that make you feel? And they're like, sad. Then they're like, tell us what he's in jail for. We can handle it. And she's like, I'll tell you later. Don't worry. Now, this is not her first time messing with an inmate. Okay. The boy's father went to jail when she was 3 months pregnant. She held him down for a bit, okay? But then she realized that the money she was sending him, that the money that she could have used on her boys to buy diapers or formula or whatever the case may be at the time, baby daddy was using it to get tattoos in prison. How fucking inconsiderate, okay? Just saying. He was taking money from Jamaica and using it for tattoos. Well, she thought she was holding him down for his necessities. So, um, Donnie supports Janika. Apparently, he owns a house and he collects rental income. So he sends her that money on Cash App. It all kind of smells like money laundering to me. Makes me nervous. Jamaica girl, watch out, please. So Jamaica goes to the wig store because she needs to get herself a new wig. Her man is going to be coming home soon in less than 6 months. She's going to go see him with her boys. She needs to be looking beautiful. So it's time to get a new wig. So she's modeling wigs in the store. And I think she looks great in both the purple and the pink one when she gets a phone call from Donnie. Okay. And unfortunately, Donnie has bad news. He's going to the hole. He doesn't know why. He doesn't know what he did to get himself into trouble, but he's going to the hole, and Jamaica is not happy. Jamaica's like, what do you mean you're going to the hole? Like, why? You have to know why. And he's basically like, how do you think I feel being incarcerated and knowing that they could come and pick me up and throw me in a hole at any time. Like, you think you're upset right now and you're lost as what's going on? I'm upset and I'm lost. Okay. So Jamaica's like, what does this all mean? Am I going to be able to visit you or not? And he's like, no, not when I'm in the hole. And she's like, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. I moved here to be closer to you. I uprooted my whole life. I uprooted my boys. I have nobody here. And now I'm not even going to be able to visit you. Are you kidding me? And she's even more mad at him, like she said, outside, because she believes that he's bullshitting her and that he knows exactly what the fuck he did to be put in the hole, and he's just not telling her. So she is flipping the fuck out, okay? And he's just like, I just wish I had a woman that wouldn't get mad. And she's like, you know something? Then go find her, because that shit ain't me. Okay? If you don't want me to get mad at this, what am I supposed to be? Emotionless? No feelings? Not give a fuck? I'm mad. And the phone call was ending. So she was like, thank goodness. Goodbye. Jamaica reminds me of Renika, and not only because of the wigs. They both uprooted their lives, moved to another state with their children for a man. We saw how Renika's story ended. Renika's story ended, unfortunately, tragically, but her and Ashante weren't on such good terms before he tragically passed away. Um, Jamaica reminds me of Renika with her attitude, um, just the things that she says. I don't know. So, yeah. So we have Jamaica and Donnie, and we're gonna see how this turns out. So Jamaica posted these adorable pictures of her and her boys for Christmas. Okay. And then she posted this where she says arguing with his drunk self for 30 minutes. So yeah. So I guess that's a visitation with her and Donnie's drunk. Okay, interesting. So moving on, we have Tia and Rob. Did you know Tia had a daughter? Well, now you do. She has a 7-year-old daughter named Nyla. And in the beginning of her segment, she was making a lot of sense. Okay. She was saying that she is not going to have Rob move in with her immediately because she has to look out for her daughter. Okay. Her daughter is her number one priority. And she has to make sure whatever decision she makes are the best ones, not only for her, but for her daughter as well. And I'm like, whoa, finally, somebody is fucking making sense. So she is out shopping with her sister, and she explains to her sister about Rob's living situation once he comes out. Okay, how he's going to be staying with a family friend in Brooklyn. Tia had no idea what was going on. So Rob calls, and Tia's sister takes the phone and has a little conversation. And then this is where Rob's version of things changes a little bit. He's like, oh yeah, it's my boy Rao, his girl Evelyn's place. Okay. Rao doesn't live there. Rao just, comes in and out. And Evelyn, still has a room at the house, and she'll be able to have access to her room, but it's just basically going to be me living there. And Tia's just like listening to all this. And he's like, what's the matter? You don't trust me? No, she doesn't trust you because the whole thing just seems fishy to her. Nyla really likes Rob. Nyla loves him because she's so nice. He's so nice to her. And I'm just happy that Tia said that she's not down with, having Rob moving in immediately because of her daughter. I just want to give her a round of applause because she is the first cast member in a long time to put her kids first. Just saying. So now she gets a phone call from Rob, after the shopping trip, right? And, first he's telling her about how the guards were searching everybody's cell this morning, turning things upside down and shit. And that's why he didn't get a chance to call her. So, she's like, how long do you think you're going to be living in Brooklyn? So at first, when he was talking to her and her sister while they were shopping, he said 1 month. Now it's 3 to 6 months. And just in case you missed it, Love During Lockup production, always with the shadiness, did the flashback where he had just said in the scene before, this is a temporary living situation. It'll be about a month. Now it's 3 to 6 months. And Tia's like, why is it every conversation I have with you, shit changes? Your story changes. What is up with that? I don't like this shit, Rob. And she basically like starts flipping out on him. He turns around and tells her, you can't talk to your man like this. What's wrong with you? She's like, really? Really? Okay, motherfucker. I don't fucking think so. You're trying to play me in front of my face. Rob, who I believe will be a menace this season, okay? He's like, I don't want to hurt her, but there's certain things that she doesn't know, that she doesn't need to know. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Tia, she's pissed. She tells production, give me a minute. Give me a minute. I need a minute. She's like walking away, yelling at him. And she's like, I ain't down with this, Rob. I ain't down with this shit. And Rob was like, what are you trying to say? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening to leave me? And she's like, yup. As a matter of fact, I am. And let me tell you, if I find out that he's playing me with the bitch that lives in that house, I'm going to pull up. I'm going to beat the shit out of him. And I'm going to beat the shit out of her. And I am done. She is pissed. She's so pissed. She was like, you know something? You like hanging out with birds? You like hanging out with birds, Rob? I'm going to leave you with the birds. And drops the phone outside and walks into her house. And he's like, Tia, hello? Tia, where you going? Whew. So that's how the episode ended. We still have one more couple to meet, believe it or not. MJ and Willie, okay? And MJ is also another Hot Train Express. She's in love with Willie, who's currently incarcerated, but her ex-husband is still, trying to slide up in there. So we shall see what happens with this. So now moving on to a brief tea portion of this video, because I know you guys always love the tea. Andrea and Lamar. You guys remember them, right? Well, I hope everything is okay, because Andrea was not happy with Lamar yesterday. Lamar posted this picture of him and I guess one of his boys to the gram. And Andrea wrote, is this how you're deciding to spend your Christmas? Looking stupid? You have kids and grandkids. Why not go spend it with them? Hashtag Arrested Development. Hashtag you're almost 50. And then as quickly as the comment went up, Andrea decided to delete it. So, like I said, I hope everything is okay with Andrea and Lamar. Bianca and Daniel, as you guys know, have broken up. Bianca says someone asked her, what led you to Jesus? What didn't lead me to him is the question. Everything. Jesus found me at the lowest point in my life and literally healed my soul. I needed to go through what I did to surrender. Someone asked me today, why do I have such a positive outlook and how I can be so calm after the absolute chaos my life has been? My simple answer was, Jesus saved me. I got a smirk. No one understands until you know him. Someone else asked her, are you dating? She said, let's just say if I ever pop out with a man again, he's my husband. Someone else asked, Did you already break up with Daniel? He does not know how to treat a woman like you. Shame. Bianca replied, I'd like to see the good in everyone, and sometimes it backfires. That's all I can say for now, but you get the picture. Anyway, here's our cat. He he said he don't give a fuck about. And that was the cat during the interview that I did with Bianca and Daniel about 2 weeks or so before they broke up, that he was playing with in the background and making twerk during our interview. As for Daniel, he is starting up his OnlyFans, and it's just another day at the office, whatever that's supposed to mean. Because from what I understand, he was allegedly fired from his moving job. Don't know if he has a new job yet or if social media is his new job. So we shall see. Now, Chance. Chance, on the other hand, has his OnlyFans in full swing and is currently actively trying to recruit people to subscribe to his OnlyFans. So, from what I understand, he is allegedly sending little clips of his OnlyFans content to people to try to encourage them to subscribe. One of them sent it to me. Thank you very much to the little birdie who sent it to me. This is kind of rated PG-13, in my opinion. I mean, there's really no nudity. You get to see his butt a little bit. Um, just, giving you guys a warning so you could pull out your eye bleach or skip through the next minute of this video. But here is a clip of Chance's OnlyFans content that I had leaked to me for you guys. So I didn't have to buy his OnlyFans, and you guys definitely don't have to buy his OnlyFans. So here you go. And the music is muted, or otherwise I'll get a copyright dingy. But here is Chance in his OnlyFans glory. Remember, eye bleach is advised. I mean, even the poor dog is traumatized by the time he's done. His girlfriend, Alyssa, is the one that's videoing him for everyone's pleasure. I warned you guys, eye bleach. I mean, if he thinks this is sexy, then I don't know. So this is Chance's, attempt at being sexy and producing OnlyFans content. So I'm sorry, guys. I warned you. Pull out the eye bleach or fast forward. But yeah, that is Chance. Once again, thank you so much to the little birdie who sent it to me. So I didn't have to buy his OnlyFans, and neither do you guys, because, we both don't want to buy it. I am so proud of Louis. I am so proud of Louis. I feel like Donna. Okay. Louis has gotten his real estate license. He closed on his first home, and he bought Melissa beautiful earrings for Christmas. Legally. I am so proud of him. And Cam, he is he's such a hands-on dad. First of all, his children are gorgeous. Okay, and congratulations to them once again, to Amaris and Cam, on the birth of their son. And yeah, it was, the baby's first Christmas the other, and they're just a cute family. And speaking of cute kids, you have to admit, okay, Million Banks and Manhattan Barbie are two cute babies. And here is Justine and Mike with the rest of the crew. And we have Brittany Santiago and her adorable children. I love these Christmas pictures. So that is basically it for you guys. This year has been the fastest year that ever yeared. Seriously. It's like 1 minute it was January, the next minute it was the summer, and now it's already going to be 2025. But thank you so much to everyone that has stuck with me throughout this year and the years prior. I love all of you guys. I appreciate you so much for all your support. And see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Bye.